Much of today's world has accepted this figure to be their Lord and Savior. Many of today's people have accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. But what if I told you that this is not the Messiah's true name? What if I told you that his name doesn't even come close to Jesus? You see, let me try to explain this in an analogy that even a 5-year-old can understand. You see, my name is Chris, and that is my name in English, but that is also my name in Spanish, French, German, Portuguese, Russian. It does not matter the language. That is my name. I know a Spanish equivalent is Cristobal, but I do not go by that name because that is not my name. Now, however, you see this in other languages and other places too. For example, if somebody is named Miguel, you will also refer to them as Miguel in English and not Michael. If somebody's name is Juan, you will also refer to them as Juan, no matter the language. That includes even in English, because the English equivalent is John, but you will not call that person John, you will call them Juan. Just like you would call someone Pierre and not Peter, and Hans. If their name is Hans in German, you would still refer to them that as in English. Well, the same is true for our Messiah, because see, the true Messiah's name in Hebrew and even in Aramaic was nowhere near Jesus, but it was actually Yahusha. You see, the Messiah's name is Yahusha, and by the way, he looks nothing like this. He is not even white. He is in fact black. But why is that important? Because if his name is Yahusha in the Hebrew and even in the Aramaic, some people like to make the excuse, well, his name in English translated for the English and the Greek is Iesous or Jesus. But can we do that? Does that apply? Or does he still want to be known by his Hebrew name? The answer is, just like I want to be known as my name is Chris, the true Messiah wants to be known by his Hebrew name, which is Yahusha. So therefore, he does not want to be known as anything else, just like you would not want to be known by some other name in some other language, because that will not be your name. That is not your blood-given name. It's the same thing for our Messiah, who looks nothing like this. But let me just show you what it does resemble. Do you see this sun symbol right here? Do you see the sun symbol? What does that represent? Oh yeah, sun worship, just like you worship him on Sunday. This right here, this hand symbol, is a satanic hand gesture. You see this cross right here? It has nothing to do with how the real Messiah died, because he was hung on the tree. This has everything to do with the worship of Tammuz. Same with the crown of thorns. So, therefore, we know that Jesus is in fact of pagan origin and of pagan descent, and is not the true name of our Messiah, whose true name is Yahusha. But this image, by the way, is a false image. And by the way, the second commandment tells us that we should not have graven images or any images of the sort. So why does every church have a graven image then? Breaking the commandments, I see. Oh, but it gets even better, because just how far and deep does this deception go? You see, John chapter 5 verses 43 tells us that the true Messiah comes in his Father's name, and in him you do not receive. But another will come in another name, in him you will receive. Okay, let me ask you this. What's our Father's name? Is it God? Is it Lord? No. Our Father's name is Yah, Y-A-H, or Yahuwah. That is our Father's name. And the Son's name is Yahusha, because he comes in his Father's name. But you haven't received him, you've received this. You received the false white image of so-called Jesus Christ. You have received even an image and believed even a lie. Because the Messiah said, you will not receive the true Messiah, but you will receive a lie. And even 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 lets us know that there would be a strong delusion sent your way so that you would even believe a lie. And not only do you believe the lie of the false name, but you also believe the false white image, and you also believe the false resurrection on the false cross. And you're partaking in vicious sun worship by going to church on Sunday. Sunday, sun worship. Because even the very elect have been deceived, and Christianity is Mystery Babylon repackaged all over again. Because the name Jesus, that is not even his name. They call him Jesus, that's not his name. His true name is Yahusha, and his father's name is Yahuwah, or Yah. But you have not received this, and you continue to believe the lie that is Christianity. You continue to believe the lie that is Jesus Christ. You continue to believe in the lie that is the false white Jesus. Because what you have to understand is that the Messiah was in fact black. This has nothing to do with race and everything to do with truth. But see, you have accepted and become comfortable with even a lie. You have even believed a lie. And you have believed in the false white Jesus. And because of that, you will be judged. Unless you come into truth and accept the truth and accept Yahuwah and his true son, Yahusha, and the true name. And many people say, oh, but the name doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the Messiah looks like. If it doesn't matter, then why did they paint him white? If it doesn't matter, then why did they use the image of Cesare Borgia and use that image as the false Messiah? If it didn't matter, why did they change him from black to white? If it didn't matter, why did they change his name from Yahusha to Jesus? If it didn't matter, why did they change how he died from being hung on a tree to a false cross? If it didn't matter, why did they change the true day of worship from the Sabbath, which is Saturday, to Sunday, which is sun worship? If it did not matter, why have these things come to pass? If it did not matter, why has more than a third of the world accepted even a lie and accepted the false Messiah and not the truth? And why, when you try to tell people today that the Messiah is in fact black and his name is in fact Yahusha and he was in fact hung on a tree, why do people not accept it and even believe a lie? Why are people so quaint to accepting the white Messiah, which is false and not the truth? If it did not matter, why do they call him a name but not the Father's name? If it did not matter, why do they call him this false name? If it did not matter, why are they still calling him Jesus Christ, which is not even his name? Why is that?